Hello, my name is Justin, and I've been seeing these pictures posted by an Instagram account named Yellowjacket Archives, and I think they're honestly really interesting because they're behind the scene pictures of season four, you know? So I want to talk about them. Now, there's this picture of the high school and a bus, and I just feel like if I was stranded in the wilderness, I would probably want to be homeschooled. Because what do you mean I didn't graduate with my class and now I have to go back and graduate with a class that were sophomores when I crashed into the wilderness? Like, I already know there's gonna be annoying ass kids that are like, "Oh, Shauna, did you eat Jackie?" Like, yes, I did. And what about it? You know? Like, so annoying. Like, I don't it's gonna be so annoying to see them go through that shit. But I think obviously they're gonna go back to school and there's going to be a funeral type thing because of this picture. And I think it's gonna make Shauna spiral. I think going through all that is really gonna make her spiral. And I think the weight of Ben is really going to be heavy on Natalie. I already know the adult timeline is going to be so iconic, but I'm honestly as much as I'm excited for season four, I'm really sad because I know that where these adults or where these characters end up into their adulthood, and it's just I don't want to see Natalie do drugs. I really just want to see her happy, but I know that that's not the case, and it's just sad. It's sad. But moving on, there's this picture of Van, and who I believe is Thaisa. We can't really see her because she's hidden by a bouquet of flowers, but what I find interesting about this is Thaisa is clearly in her femme era. And it's just so funny to me because something I forgot to mention in the predictions video is I find it so funny that in the 1998 scene, Thaisa is covering up her face trying to hide. And it's like, Thaisa, be so for real. People know you were missing with this team. And it's like, come on. But I think it ties into why she and Van broke up. Because in this picture, Van looks like she's embracing who she became out there, while Thaisa is falling back into fear of being judged by society, not only for her sexuality, which is something she can't control, but also being a victim of a plane crash, which she also couldn't control. But I feel like she views those two things as a failure of her character. And for those two reasons, I think she's going to break up with Van, and it's going to be this is what I'm talking it's going to be so heartbreaking. To hear that, first of all, to hear that your relationship with someone was just out of survival is, first of all, gross. So I don't want to see that, but I mean, we know they break up, and I just feel like it makes sense. Doesn't mean I want to see it though. There's also this picture of Natalie and Akila. It looks like it can be in the same scene as that picture of Van and Thaisa. And I wonder if Natalie and Akila will become friends. I'm sure they were acquaintances, when they were stranded in the wilderness for 2 years. But we've never really seen them talk, so that would be really interesting. And I think it would be even more interesting that if Akila and Natalie become friends, it would actually fit with not only my theory that Shauna kills Akila and forces Natalie, Thaisa, Van, Misty, and Travis to help cover it up, but also for why Natalie would be so willing to help Shauna in the first place in season one. Yes, she was worried about the whole Travis thing, but if you know that Shauna isn't afraid to kill you, I can see why she would help her. Because Natalie really doesn't have anything to hide. She killed Ben, but that was because he was suffering. But knowing her character, she probably blames it all on herself. So it's gonna be so depressing. There's also this picture of a hospital. Now, this is really interesting because a few weeks ago, the Yellowjackets main Instagram account posted that video announcing that season four was in production, and it was with Akila and all of them. And so I'm wondering if they're doing reshoots or if like a good chunk of the story is happening inside the hospital. I mean, I don't know why I'm dragging this out. I mean, they just came back from being stranded for 2 years. It would make sense if they need, multiple checkups to make sure that they're healthy and doing well. But I think this hospital could also be where Lottie is staying. Maybe this is just the mental hospital. I mean, we know she goes to a mental hospital like somewhere else outside of Jersey, but maybe this could just be like a temporary thing before that happens. Though, like, so I'm kind of not sure what they're gonna do with Lottie because we in that 1998 scene we see that she just stops talking and her parents put her in a mental hospital. So I don't know if that's like all Lottie is gonna do this season or like what. Because like I really don't want to see like the psychosis being shocked out of her. Like the same thing with like Natalie. Like I don't want to see her do drugs. You know what I mean? Like I know it's going to happen, but it doesn't mean I want to see it. You know? I don't know. Like it's just gonna be so sad. Like it's just gonna be sad. I now want to talk about this picture of teen Shauna and this unnamed actress who, to me, looks exactly like Melanie Linsky. Like, I swear. But what's interesting about this is, well, actually, it's a little confusing because Shauna, when stalking Hannah's daughter, Alex, had a dream of her working in a grocery store. But in the wilderness, when Melissa is listing the things she's excited to get back to, Shauna sees a moth that calls back to that dream. It is possible that it could be a reoccurring dream, but either way, I wonder if that was more of a prophecy from teen Shauna and a memory of adult Shauna, like her working at a grocery store. Anyway, before I move on, I want to mention that if that is Shauna's mom, it's very interesting that Shauna became her mother. And maybe we'll find out she hates her mom, and that is why her mother is never brought up in the adult timeline. There is, well, okay, and let me get back. Hold on, before I move on. And that would make sense if Shauna hated her mom and then became her. Like that, Shauna's just fucking crazy like that, becoming what you hate. Oh, and not only would that be like interesting if she pretty much became her mom, but Jackie literally told her that, like when she was like hallucinating in season 2, like when Shauna was hallucinating in season 2 and Jackie was like dead. Shauna was like, "Oh, great, so I'm pretty much gonna become my mom," which is true because she's not rich. So I mean, like that prophecy wasn't wrong from Jackie. But there is this picture of a statue of Jackie and another of a close up of a plaque saying it was donated by Taylor Furniture. I want to talk about what could happen to this statue, but first I want to say that it actually makes sense if Jeff inherited the business because, I mean, be honest, do you think Jeff is like smart enough to make a furniture business? And if he is, why furniture? If this is the case, it only proves more how much of Jackie's life Shauna had taken and how she consistently deflects. Because if Jeff and Shauna inherited that business, then she's not that different from the guys. What did she call them? Did she call him a painful little boner? Those guys in season 3? She's not that different from them. She also inherited a business. So to close this out, I want to talk about the Jackie statue more. When thinking about this, I realized we were never told if the adults still live in their home state. And we know they live in Jersey, but the exact city, I'm not sure. Well, actually, that is not true because when Callie is in school, she is looking at pictures of the team on display. So unless the statue is in a part of the school we haven't seen in present day, then something needs to happen to this statue in the teen timeline. I understand stories change with time, and I am not blaming the writers for not having the statue in the present day in past seasons, as it just wasn't relevant at the time. However, if they try to tell me that that statue has been there the whole time, I think I would be a little pissed. I love continuity, so I think like the statue needs to be destroyed because it just wouldn't make sense. I think it's probably Shauna who destroys it. But But something else I would like to see is it being a symbol for multiple characters. Obviously, when Shauna sees it, she's going to feel some type of way. But I also feel like it would be cool that if Lottie sees it, it like turns into the Antler Queen. That's all I have for today. I just wanted to talk a bit about those pictures. I think I'm going to start a rewatch here soon, and I would love to talk about it and, talk about the foreshadowing and stuff because this show is good at foreshadowing. Like they're really good. So, thank you for watching and goodbye.